Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Stranks, and now I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I just thought I'd do a quick video this morning. I've just spent a couple of days tidying up my craft room, getting ready for the new annual catalogue. So I did a video last year sometime with my granddaughter, and I thought I'd do another one today, just showing you inside some of my cupboards. Now that I've tidied some up, they weren't too bad, thank goodness. I haven't got a button here to switch me around, so I'll stop the video and I'll switch it and then start again. I'm back again. I don't know how I'm going to work this, but we'll see what happens. My name's Laura Stranks, as I mentioned. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I just want to give you a quick show around of my craft room, and I'll show you inside some of my cupboards this time. I'll start here at the door, which is closed at the moment. I did do a sign up the other day. If the door is closed, I'm recording, so don't open it. Hubby sometimes tends to walk in. Behind the door, I've got a little hook there with my aprons on it. Then we go around in here. It's because the light switch, my big cabinet here, which if I move back a bit, you'll see it's quite large and it fits along that wall. When we put it in, the light switch was going to have to be in the back of one of the cupboards. So I just used this space here. There's the light switch in there, and I've got a few stacked up trays there with different things in excess of a few of the different things. We'll start at this first cupboard here, which is my bags and things that I use for my workshops and classes, all my project bags in that one. This one here is all my heat guns and my lights and things that I use when I do my videos. They're all within reach. This one here is my order bags down the bottom, and up the top is just cardstock. It's mostly 12 by 12, and it's colours that have now retired or not Stampin' Up! Quality, and I just use those for my templates when I'm doing a box or something 3D. That one's there. I hope I'm not wiggling this camera too much. In here is my workshop projects, prizes and things, and then I have some templates and boxes and kits down the bottom as well. And this last one is that's all my blending brushes, daubers, sponges, all that sort of stuff all together. So that's the top row. The bottom row I probably won't get down to because it's a little bit hard to bend. So on the end here, I've got all my, it's vellum, shimmer paper, all those sorts of paper, my black and white and vanilla here on the bottom. Everything's labelled at the sides here, down there. And also the top, I have plastic folders here that hold the scrap of that colour. They all sit on the top. The full pack goes underneath. So if I want just a small piece of scrap, I pull the folder out first. And we go along with all the colours, and they're all in their colour families. The first one's the subtles. I didn't go by the colours of the folders. That didn't matter to me, but they've all got names on. Early Espresso, and then the full pack underneath. They're all the neutrals. And then we have the in colours. So these top in colours are the last year's. Wrong with the camera. They will disappear. I usually sell some, but some of them I'll keep. And down the bottom is the current in colours. So these, when the new catalogue comes out, these will go to the top and these will come out, and then the new ones will come in on the bottom. Then we have the next lot of colours, and then the brights, and then in here, I've got a little table there. I often put my Big Shot or projects or boxes or something on as I'm working. It's just a handy little extra space. I'm using my desk. In my drawers, I've got ribbons. They're mostly the current ribbons at the moment. Some are probably retired, but I'll clean those out later. This one here is pretty much all retired, and this box in the back is non-Stampin' Up, and I use it to wrap up gifts and things if I need a gift for someone that's not into Stampin' Up. This one here is they're retired colours. They're those new, the latest in colours that are soon to retire. All my twine is on that side, and this is my embossing paste. Not embossing paste, embossing powders. The shimmer paint, which we used to have ages ago, I still keep that because I use it in my shimmer bottle. And some boards there that we use to do our heat embossing. Then we get down to all the DSP. Most of the stuff on this end is cardstock and retired DSP. Then in the middle, I'll just move that table across. In the middle, we've got more, there's glitter paper at the bottom there. The current DSP is on the first end. I did have them in order, but they've sort of got a little bit mixed up at the moment. And then the second row is a lot of the mini catalogue papers. This one here, which is one of the new ones, and some of the retired ones. That's out of the mini catalogue, the male DSP, Legendary Ride, I think it's called. It's a bit low to get to the bottom, so I won't bother going down to the bottom, but it's mainly excuse me, kits and all sorts of stuff down the bottom. The end box there at the end is all my workshop setup things, things that I use every workshop, and I just pull the whole lot out and then set up for a workshop. I'll just see if I can open one. It's mostly boxes and things that I've made and used for gifts. Then we'll go to the main wall, and I'll just use this here. Top rows are mostly decoration. If I need the space, then I can move the stuff out. I don't carry a lot of stamp sets. The top up there is little projects that I've made with some little plants. They're artificial plants, but they look quite cute up there. The next one is my candles. My other hobby is making candles, so there's lots of candles up there. Then a few boxes. In the back there is my certificate when I elevated to silver, and a few gifts from people as well. This here was a gift, and this little bird here was a gift from a few people. In the centre there, I've got my folders for each of my, I have workshops, classes. I have just started doing some retreats, and I've got a few other things in the others. Then we'll go into some of these, and you'll probably think she's a bit obsessed with envelopes. Top shelf is envelopes, and I've got them all stacked up in what the sizes that I need. The second one there, and everything's labelled. There are die cases, the first couple of rows, spare die cases. When I sell, I can just drag out the cases. They've all got lists of what's what in them. My embossing folders are in there. Down the bottom is just a few spare things. The box in the centre there is some spare acrylic plates, and then magnetic plates there on the end. It's just everything handy to where I can get to it. We'll go along to this next one. Top shelf is all my glue accessories. I do little classes at a nursing home regularly, or every now and then, and I find they struggle with the Tombow or the multi-purpose glue pots. They tend to push out too much, so I buy this cheap. Oh, it's not cheap, but it works well. This PVA craft glue, and I fill up, I'll show you when we get around further, there's little bottles, little squeeze bottles that have a fine tip on them, and we use that. Next down is some post-it notes and a few others. All my orders and things in folders down the bottom there. All my dies, the ones that don't go, and some of those are retired, any that don't go with a stamp set, they get pinned on the wall. That they're all magnetic sheets on the walls. There's some over this side, some current, some not. Some I won't part with. But all of those, they're mostly frame dies that I love to use still, and I won't sell. Then we'll go across here. Sorry if I'm wobbling this. A few more frame dies down there, and some I'm going to sell in the next, once this next catalogue retires. We'll keep that open. More frame dies down that side. And I find when I sell a few, I've got plenty of space to put some more. Then we get along to my top shelf on the left is all my embellishments. This first row here is retired ones, but I haven't sold any of those. They'll eventually run out. The next 3 rows, I put little smiley faces on most of my stuff that's current, so that if I'm doing a workshop, I pull out the case and I know it's got current stuff in it, whereas if they're not marked, and I do like each item in a separate case. All of these are not available anymore. They're the large wood stamp cases that they don't sell anymore. On the end there is my glue dots, dimensionals, mini dimensionals, all the spares that I keep because I do sell some stuff at the workshops as well. Then we have embossing powders, all nicely marked, right markers and blends on there. And then down the bottom, it's just some notebooks. I'm a bit of a collector of notebooks. If I see one with a lovely cover, I buy it. And then just some spare pens and things on the end. The blue, those blue ones there in the middle are from Creative Memories, and I occasionally drag those out. I'll just push that closed again. Then the last panel on this wall, up the top, just some more decoration. I've made the little Love What You Do on the wall. I'm going to change the flowers on that eventually, so it's something current. A couple more bits there. My 6x6 DSP stacks, they're all labelled. I've just pulled out all the retired ones that I had in there, hence the couple of empty ones on the end. They're ready for the new catalogue, but they're all pretty much current at the moment. And then a few spares of different things. These are the cases that I use. I also use them for prizes. I decorate them for prizes for my ladies at the workshop to keep their cards in. And then a few spare boxes. And then I have a little aircon here that keeps the room nice and cool. Hubby installed that for me. It's just comfortable in here, just with a little bit of a chill, a little bit of a heat taken off it. My Big Shot there is one of the older ones. I do have, and I'll show you when we get further around. The newer ones are in the cupboard. All within reach are my stamp pads, all in family colours. The first row are the in colours, then a few punches. I purchased this a little while ago. It's a, go down there, it's a magnetic bowl, and I put it next to me when I'm crafting, and when I'm finished with a die, it gets dropped in the bowl so it doesn't get lost on the desk somewhere. It's a really strong magnetic bowl. I think it was in the painter's aisle. Down the bottom, just a little drawer with some knickknacks in, my pens, my regular crafting tools there, my workspace, some wipes, and my Stamp and Scrub, which I use regularly under here. That's sticky feet. My little trimmer, my big trimmers up in there. Rubbers and embossing, your buddies. Then I have my catalogues, some post-it notes. This is my, what do you call it, electronic corner. I have a printer up there. The one up there is a colour printer, a little CD player in the corner because I love playing music while I'm working. Up the top there, just some little knickknacks from friends and things. and some of the cards that I've just made. And what else have we got there? Just all the electronics, my laptop, iPad, another printer. That's a laser, no, not a laser, yes, laser printer. It's just black and white. It's for specific things. My little tray, nothing much there. Just the top of my drawers. I have a 9-drawer stand. I won't show you in all of those, but there's 9 drawers there with knickknacks in. The top few, down further, these have all my re-inkers in. Up the top is standard pens and things. I'll just show you a couple of my blocks, which are usually tidy, but they're just chucked in at the moment because I've just finished a few workshops. But that's some of those. Then this cupboard, I won't go too much into. This is just spares of things. There's the little glue pots there that I use at the nursing home. They're just a little squeeze bottle. Everything's labelled in there. My grid paper. That's my shimmer box. Baskets, all sorts of stuff in there. Not much to look at in there. A few baskets and things. And on this side, which we'll move back a little bit, just a few more knickknacks and things that I don't need to get at very often. My stack of CDs. They're my other machines. One of the cut and emboss, the bigger one, and the little mini one there at the front. Then I have a friend that gave me one, and the one on the left is a different brand of one. I don't use that very often. Paper towel and things. My scoring tools, and a few other knickknacks in there. But there's not much left in there. And that's about it. I hope I've inspired you to do some things in your craft room. This is my favourite wall. I love looking. Oh, we didn't do the stamps. Top shelf is, and the first part of the next shelf is my current stamp sets. The next little bit next to that is anything out of the mini catalogue that's just about to retire. And then the bottom shelf on the left is retired stuff that I won't sell. I'd like to keep some golf stamp sets, fishing, things that my hubby does and friends and that. The letter ones, I know I'll never sell those. There's those big letters and numbers. And a few kids ones that I make cards for. And then the retired Christmas ones, most of those are retired, but I don't mind a few extra Christmas stamp sets. And that is it. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day, and I shall catch you all. This is just a out of the blue video, so I'll catch you all on Monday for my next video with my cards, and I'll see you then. Thanks for joining me. Bye.